Could Mikal Bridges be joining Jalen Brunson and taking a massive discount on their next contract to stay with the New York Knicks? We're going to break that down on today's show as reports are coming out from multiple NBA insiders that it could happen. But first, I do want to let everybody know that Mikal Bridges is going to be wearing number 25 with the New York Knicks at his introductory press conference. He was saying he was going to wear number 1. The jersey he showed off was number 1. But he went to Twitter to let everybody know he's going to be wearing number 25. So let's show him some love. Type those 25s down in the comments section. I think the last Knick to wear number 25 was Derrick Rose with his first stint with the blue and orange. But hopefully, nobody ever wears that number again, and it gets retired because of how well Bridges plays for this organization. Show him some love. Type those 25s. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Could another Villanova discount be taking place in the Big Apple? We're going to break that down as Mark Stein has reported that it sounds like Bridges is going to take a hometown discount. This is what he said, quote, saying, league sources say that the expectation now, furthermore, is that Mikal Bridges is likely to follow Jalen Brunson's lead and sign a team-friendly deal of his own when it's his turn to negotiate a contract extension. He's eligible for a shorter and less attractive deal as soon as October 1st, or a 4-year extension if he waits until after the season, that cements himself at MSG alongside his fellow former Villanova teammates Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Donte DiVincenzo. The current deal that Mikal Bridges is on right now is going to pay him $23.3 million this year and $24.9 million next season. So he's still under contract for 2 seasons. So the extension gets a little bit wonky, like Stein talked about. He can sign a 4-year, $109 million extension on October 1st. I don't expect him to sign this deal. The deal that I think that Stein alludes to that he is expected to sign would take place in January. He cannot sign that until 6 months after the trade was officially made, which was around July 5th. He can sign a 3-year, $113 million deal in January. And he could definitely do that. But if you were to wait just a couple more months, he could sign a 4-year, $156 million extension on July 1st of 2025. And that is the contract that I think he is most likely going to sign. If he wants to wait until he can test free agency, that would be summer of 2026. And he can sign a 5-year, $296 million deal to return to the New York Knicks. I don't think there's any team in the NBA that would pay him $296 million. That was very similar to the max contract that OG Anunoby could have signed. He signed for $212 million. I think Bridges is on a similar type of value path that OG Anunoby is as well. So I would expect him to sign this deal right here. That would pay him $156 million over 4 seasons. It would start with the last year of his current contract where he makes $24.9 million. Then it would go to $34.8, $37.6, $40.4, and $43.2. 4 years, $156 million compared to maybe 4 years, $220 million that he could sign in NBA free agency. I think it's pretty obvious that the Nova Knicks, all they want to do is win. And I'm going to put Jalen Brunson at the forefront of that. A lot of players say, I want to win. I want to do whatever it takes to win. It's not about money. I want to stack chips, and I want to continue to win rings. And I don't think we've ever seen anybody really mean it in the NBA like that until Jalen Brunson. We've seen Derek Jeter do it. We've seen Tom Brady do it. Patrick Mahomes doing it with that 10-year extension that he signed a couple of years ago. But nobody like Brunson. And if Mikal Bridges follows him, I think that's only going to continue to echo that this team is willing to do whatever it takes to win a championship. And I think it's proven at this point that the Nova Knicks know what a ring would mean to their everlasting, really just legacy as NBA players. They already know what 2 championships did for Bridges and for DiVincenzo and Brunson and Hart He was a part of one of those championships. Their jerseys are retired at Villanova. They're legends there. They're always going to be tied to that college, and they're going to be remembered as some of the best players in college basketball history. And if Bridges, Brunson, OG, throw him in there as well with Hart and DiVincenzo, if they're able to win just one ring with the New York Knicks, they will go down as legends. They will most likely have their jerseys retired, and you will never be able to talk about New York Knicks basketball without bringing up the Nova Knicks. They know what a ring does for legacy, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get that done. If you want the Knicks to win it all for the first time in 50-plus years, hit that thumbs-up icon. I think I can confidently say this is the best roster the Knicks have put together since they were last in the NBA Finals, thanks to that shortened season due to the lockout. But if you want them to end the 50-year title drought, hit that thumbs-up icon. It's all nice to talk about how Jalen Brunson's taking a discount and Mikal Bridges is going to take a discount, and you got a good deal on DiVincenzo and Josh Hart signed a nice team-friendly contract extension. But what's going to happen after that? What are the next dominoes to fall? Leon Rose already gets one clap for doing a good job of building this roster and having those players take less. I want to give him a little two clap, though, because I want to see what he's going to do, and he needs to make the most of this situation. With Jalen Brunson taking a discount and Mikal Bridges discount expected, you need to capitalize on this. There needs to be moves that follow this. And I understand that this is only the first part of this plan that Leon Rose is holding out or crafting up. But right around the corner, Julius Randle is eligible to sign a contract extension. And according to Ian Begley, he says it's not really at the forefront for the Knicks or Randle. This is what he says, quote, "He knows, Randle, what winning in New York means. It's part of the reason he signed here in 2019. Randle sees this group as having a chance to get it done, and he wants it badly. That's partially why an extension isn't at the forefront for Randle right now. He understands the importance of adding a backup center to this Knicks roster, and he knows how important it is for team president Leon Rose and his front office to spend their time finding that backup big and building the best roster possible." I still think that this is a wild take for Julius Randle to have and put out there, that he doesn't want to talk about a contract extension because the Knicks are going out looking for a backup center. Your contract extension has nothing to do, Julius, with the addition or lack of addition of a backup center. But that's a conversation for another day. What I will say is, with Brunson already doing it, I think the heat of the stove has started to heat up. But with Bridges expected to do it, does this put pressure on Julius Randle and his decision on a potential hometown discount to remain with the New York Knicks? Randle is eligible to sign a 4-year, $181.5 million contract extension on August 3rd. We're about 2 weeks away. Begley says it's not at the forefront for Randle. He also said it's not at the forefront for the Knicks. I wonder why. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think the Knicks would be very, very happy to get a deal done with Randle at this number or a little bit lower. And I don't think the request to go find a backup center is going to trump that. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, and we're going to find out if Julius Randle is going to be playing on a deal that could potentially have him as a free agent in July, or if he's going to be locked up for the New York Knicks for the time to come. My question to you before we bounce on out of here is this. Does Julius Randle sign a contract extension this summer? Does he put pen to paper? Does he sign his name on that dotted line? Let me know what you think. Type S for sign, type P for pass. So make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, trying to grow my social media game over there. I'm posting about the Knicks all the time. So hit me up over there, and let's go Knicks.